that you gain after speaking affirmations over yourself. The more you hear it, the more you believe that it's true.
And welcome to Premier Fitness. I'm Gene Williams, your yoga instructor, and I'm here to tell you about the benefits of yoga.
Hey, thank you for tuning into our show. You have just tuned into Where is the Love? I am your host. I am Stephne Hawkenhall, and I am flying solo today. My sidekick ain't going to be with me today, but I'm going to do this thing. So, first of all, thank you again for joining our TV show. If you want to watch us on Roku or Amazon Fire right now, live, we go to search on your TV, go to search, and then you can type in POD TV space LIVE and watch us live on Roku right now or Amazon Fire. You can also watch us we are here on Facebook Live. Hopefully that's where you're watching us from, or YouTube Live. Either one. Our YouTube channel is Love Misunderstood Institute. So catch us on either one of those live right now. Also, if you are here, please share your pages so that other people can join in on the conversation. Hey, sis, I see you are there. Beverly, thank you for joining me. Your nephew ain't with me today, so I'm doing this by myself. So, all right, so I want to recap. Our last show, we talked about improving our emotional health. We talked about stress management. We talked about the effects of stress on our body and ways to manage and reduce your stress. And I forgot to tell you, also you can watch us on the internet, podtv.tv. My glasses are dirty. I don't know what kind of silliness y'all gonna get out of me today, but I'm gonna give you what I got. But first, I gotta clean these glasses. I'm a hot mess all by myself. So, okay, here we go. Now that's better. All right, so I already told you to go to the YouTube channel, Love Misunderstood Institute, for our past shows. Also, this is episode 52. So the episode that you'd be going back to look at the stuff that I said, that I gave you in the recap, go back to episode 51 and you'll be able to watch that show. So today, our show, we have a good one for you. Today, our show is about bullying and stress, and how it causes mental, emotional, psychological, and physical stress. Also, how stress affects us as it relates to bullying. So a lot of people don't realize or understand the way bullying affects us. There's so many things attached to, and we've said some of this on our last shows, but I really wanted to bring this back so that we can let those that have not heard this hear this. Bullying really negatively affects your body. It affects your mind, and it causes you all kind of turmoil in your body and in your life that's not even necessary. So my hope is always that when we share the effects of bullying, that people think more about how they are treating other people and how how it can leave a lasting impact on their life. So bullying can have profound and lasting effects on individuals who experience it. The effects of bullying can manifest in various areas of a person's life, including their mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Today, we will be talking about stress as it relates to bullying. Here are some common effects of bullying. Emotional and psychological effects. Low self-esteem. Bullying can lead to feelings of worthlessness and a diminished sense of self-esteem. Depression. Victims of bullying are more likely to experience symptoms of depression, such as sadness, hopelessness, and a lack of interest in activities. Anxiety. Bullying can trigger feelings of anxiety, including excessive worry, nervousness, and fear. You see, I haven't even read that much of the effects of bullying, but bullying really messes up your mind, and it can really affect you mentally if you don't do something about it. So social isolation is another effect of being bullied, of bullying. Victims often withdraw from social interactions due to fear of further bullying, leading to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Just think about how many times maybe you were going to school somewhere, or going to work, or maybe going to a party or something like that to be around other people. But you know that there's somebody there that is going to bully you because they have in the past. So you just decide, I'm not going to go because that person is going to be there and I don't want to experience that again. So you socially isolate yourself from people and don't go around them, those groups of people or that person where you know that person is going to be, because you don't want to experience bullying. And to remind you that may not know or may not have heard me talk about what bullying is, it is forceful, coercive, repetitive behavior. Negative, coercive, forceful, controlling behavior towards others. And it's repetitive. It's not a one-time thing. It happens over and over and over again. So another effect of bullying is post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Some individuals may develop PTSD as a result of the traumatic experiences associated with bullying. Some people that are bullying have more things happening to them. And a story that just came to mind is, I don't know where these girls were, but I read a story. I'm always reading bullying stories. So there was some kids at a bus stop, and one girl went to the bus stop, and there was already some kids on the bus stop. She went to the bus stop, and a girl that was on the bus stop set her hair on fire. Kids. Adults do crazy stuff too, but that's just the example, or not the example, but a story that just came to mind. That kind of stuff causes PTSD. I don't know where, you might be thinking, I don't know where I might go or where I might be, that somebody might do something that might happen again. Maybe not by that same person. So you're scared to death to go somewhere else and to be around people because you don't know what somebody might do. I can't even imagine that, and so that's just one story. There's so many horrific stories. So that you might feel that way. So you have post-traumatic stress disorder because of that. That's really traumatic. So also, bullying has an effect, an academic impact on those that are attending school. So you might get might have a lower academic performance. Bullying can disrupt concentration, affect learning, and lead to decreased academic achievement. Who in the heck can focus on studying or doing anything with school or with work when somebody is harassing the heck out of them, treating them bad, bullying them, talking negative to them? Can't nobody concentrate when you are doing that to somebody. So that means you get have a lower academic performance because you're sitting there in fear. And so just think about it. When you are fearful about something, you may constantly mess up something, but you sure can't concentrate on it to get it done right. So also, another academic impact is school avoidance. Some victims may develop a strong aversion to attending school due to fear of encountering bullies. I don't want to go to school this morning because I know the bully is going to be there. I know the bully is going to do something to me. So I want to say right here, parents, when children are not wanting to go to school, when they're not wanting to go to the bus stop, when they're not wanting to do things that they're used to doing, even if it's playing sports, if they are saying they don't want to go and you know they enjoy doing whatever that is, you need to find out what's going on. Communication is key. Talking to them, finding out what's going on. This is something you enjoy doing. Why don't you want to do it now? What's happening? Talk to me. And so you have to, before that, you have to build a relationship of trust and communication before that. Because kids, for example, and I don't want to just say kids because it's adults too, but I was talking about school. So I'm going to add everybody in this. People feel ashamed. They feel guilty that maybe it's something that I did or said the reason why I'm getting treated like this. So when people are like that, you need to be able to talk to them and find out what's going on. You've changed. I see there's a difference in you. You're not wanting to go around people, certain people. You're not doing good in school. You're coming home with headaches. You're staying off to yourself, going straight to your room. Even with adults, you're coming home and you're just quiet all evening and not talking to me. What's going on? So again, communication is very, very important, because when we're ashamed and feel guilty about stuff happening to us, chances are we're not going to come and talk about it, because shame closes your mouth and keeps you from talking about it. I don't want to feel ashamed. I don't want, I'm going to leave that right there and move on. All right. So physical health effects is something else that we experience. So physical symptoms, stress and anxiety from bullying can lead to physical symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, and sleep disturbances. And then there's also long-term health issues associated with bullying, experiencing bullying. So chronic stress resulting from bullying has been linked to long-term health problems like cardiovascular issues and weakened immune systems. So bullying doesn't just affect you right now. If it's not dealt with, it affects you long term. So if it starts in childhood, if it's left not dealt with, then it continues into the workplace, continues into college. If you go to college, it continues into the workplace, and it continues throughout your lifetime because it has not been dealt with. And people wonder why some people have mental health issues. Well, the answer is easy. If they have had bad experiences in life and they weren't dealt with, this can be the outcome, mental health issues, especially if they're not talking about it. So we have to feel comfortable with somebody to talk to somebody about whatever the issue is, because if we don't feel comfortable and we keep it to ourselves, it's going to affect us long term. And if we don't trust people, if I want to come to you and talk to you about something, but I think that you might put me down or make me feel even more shame or more guilt, because of something, that I experienced. For example, that ain't nothing. That's just little. You gone to work and ignore them people, or gone to school and ignore them people. That didn't help. And that's not going to change the situation. So why would I waste my breath coming to you when I already feel bad about what's happening to me, and then you say things to make me feel worse? So now I'm dealing with all these things in my mind about what's happening to me, and I have nobody to talk to. That's horrible. And some people end up some people have suicide ideations because of that. I might as well just not be here no more. Some do commit suicide, and some, before I commit suicide, I'm gonna go kill some people. I'm gonna go commit homicide. So I'm gonna go to the place I work, or to the school, or wherever that I've been affected negatively. I'm gonna go and take care of some of them first, and then I'll take care of me. So that's just part of mental health issues. So we have to find somebody we can trust to talk to. We have to be open to receiving and listening and being quiet, listening with our two ears and closing our one mouth, and listening to people that are hurting. Because if we don't, then we're not helping them. And that makes it worse. Sorry, it's just the thoughts of it is just a lot. So, all right, you'll see some behavioral changes. Sis, a lot of people go through that every day. So thankful God is on my side and gives me strength to make it through every day. Yes, we have to, when we are able to talk to God about it and get some relief from the word, some comfort from the word, that helps us to continue going on throughout our days. Otherwise, be careful who you go to talk to, because some people don't understand or get it yet. That's true. And so it makes it even harder for you to be able to go to somebody and talk to somebody about it. So you're dealing with your own thoughts about the situation. You're dealing with the thoughts that people give you concerning the situation. And it just all falls on you and make you feel even more horrible. So we have to be open to listening more than we want to transmit. Well, you should do this, you should do that, maybe do this, maybe do. Just be quiet and listen, please. I mean, that helps. That helps sometimes. So, all right, behavioral changes. Aggressive behavior is one of the behavioral changes that you'll see. In some cases, victims of bullying may adopt aggressive behaviors as a way to cope with their experiences. Substance abuse. Bullying can contribute to increased risk of substance abuse as individuals try to numb their emotional pain. If you don't, like I was just saying, if you don't go to God, and if you don't have a relationship with God, if you don't read the Bible and study the Bible, then what's the next best thing for me that I think is going to help me? So it may be drugs, or it may be alcohol. That's why substance abuse, because every time you start thinking about that thing or those things, then you drink more. Or you're not getting high enough, so you want more of that drug to get higher. And all you're doing is trying to numb the pain. But as soon as you are straight, as soon as you're not drunk anymore, you're not high anymore, those thoughts come back. They don't just disappear. They disappear for a little bit, temporarily, because you soaked yourself with, alcohol and drugs. So it just shuts it down for a little bit, but it doesn't go away. It does not go away. So there's also relationship challenges when you are being bullied. You have difficulty trusting people. Victims of bullying may struggle with trusting others and forming healthy relationships. Social skills. Bullying can impair the development of social skills, making it challenging for individuals to connect with peers. Sometimes you just don't want to connect with people. I don't trust nobody. So I'm fine all by myself. But you're really not fine all by yourself, because when you're all by yourself, then you're having more of those thoughts, whatever those thoughts are. I'll just commit suicide. I'll just commit homicide. So all of those thoughts are being, I'm just going to say, revved up in your mind. And that's what you do, because that's how you're thinking. You don't have any way to control your thoughts or anything to make those thoughts go away. So that's why the Bible is important, because it helps change your thoughts and renew your mind. And that's what we need, is a renewed mind when we're being talked about and beat down, verbally with words. So the long-term impact of bullying, like I said earlier, can carry over into adulthood. The effects of bullying can persist into adulthood, impacting career success, mental health, and overall quality of life. It does affect you. And then there's cyclical nature. That's another long-term impact, which is some victims of bullying become bullies themselves in an attempt to regain a sense of power and control. I've been bullied, I've been controlled, now I want to be in control. So I'm going to bully the person that's vulnerable to me. If I think I can bully them and they'll let me, I'm going to do it. So that's the long-term impact of becoming a bully yourself, because you didn't get help. You didn't try to change the way you were thinking, and you didn't have help. You didn't have nobody to go to, or you did have somebody to go to, but you just didn't want to talk about it. You didn't trust somebody to talk to help you with the situation. So bullying can have significant and long-lasting effects on your mental well-being. Yes, Mark, the victim becomes a monster. And yes, trust it's important. You have to be able to trust people. You have to be, because you're not just it's vital. Trust is vital. Very vital. Because if I can't trust you, if I talk to you about something and you go and tell somebody else, I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them because I can't trust them. I told you because I can trust you. But now that I know you went and repeated what I said, I don't trust you. So when we can't trust anybody, that leaves us alone with our thoughts, constantly thinking those negative thoughts that end up being harmful to ourselves and to other people. So trust is vital. So bullying can have significant and lasting effects on your mental well-being, isolation, and loneliness. The fear of being bullied can lead to social withdrawal and isolation. You might avoid social situations or isolate yourself to reduce the risk of encountering bullies, which can intensify feelings of loneliness. Mark said, hard to repair broken trust, but it is possible. Forgiveness is a part of the journey too. Absolutely. If we don't forgive, it is rough on us, not the person that we're not forgiving, because they've gone on with life. But forgiveness, if we do not forgive, it is rough on us. I mean, rough. And I say it like that because it took me back to my past. I wouldn't forgive people because I thought that if I forgave them, that meant I had to be around them and continue to accept their abuse. And I was like, nah, I don't want that. So I don't want them. I don't even want to be around them. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to look at them. No, I'm all right without them. But I was the one suffering. I was the one crying all the time because felt lonely. I don't have nobody to talk to. I don't trust. I sure don't trust somebody that hang around them. So I'm not going to bother with none of them. I mean, I'm telling you, that's where I was with forgiveness. And once I understood forgiveness and that it was for me and that it was going to change my life, then I was able to. But I had to learn about forgiveness first. Then now that I've learned about forgiveness and I'm a forgiveness coach, I'm able to move on in life. So Mark said, oh, that is the river I saw was the one coming from your tears. I was crying a whole bunch of rivers. Or was it an ocean of tears you saw? Both of them. Because that's how I was. I was such a sensitive kid. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see where I did a speaking event last Saturday, and I was talking about my story and about how things were for me. I was a very sensitive kid, and my parents used to say, "You was the holleringest baby we knew. No matter what we did for you, you wasn't satisfied." No matter who we gave you to, you wasn't satisfied. So we just laid you down and let you holler. They didn't understand that what I needed was love. I needed nurturing. I needed to be held. And so my love language, just as part of my speech from last Saturday. So my love language is physical touch. So with the physical touch, it says that the parents, it starts back when you're a kid, of being held and touched. And that's what I didn't get. But my mom was young. She was 16 when she had me, so she did her best. And she depended on her mom a lot because dad wasn't around. He was doing his thing. Anyway, back to the show. Bullying can, okay, so I read that. Isolation and loneliness, I read that. Trust issues, something I just keep talking about. Bullying can erode your trust in others, making it difficult to form new relationships or maintain existing ones. You might become overly cautious and skeptical about people's intentions. Oh, I don't know what they might do to me. I don't trust them. They look kind of, yeah, we go through all that. And everybody ain't the victim, or everybody ain't everybody ain't out to get us. So we have to know that. So emotional sensitivity. Victims of bullying often develop heightened emotional sensitivity, becoming more reactive to negative comments or actions from others. Small incidents might trigger intense emotional reactions. I'm sure you can relate to that. So also cognitive effects. Bullying can impair your ability to focus, concentrate, and perform well in tasks. The stress and emotional turmoil can make it challenging to think clearly and make decisions. Then there's intrusive thoughts. Memories of bullying experiences can persist and intrude into your thoughts, even when you're trying to focus on other things. These intrusive thoughts can be distressing and disruptive. Self-blame. Victims of bullying might internalize the negative messages they receive, leading to self-blame and a distorted self-perception. You might start believing that you deserve the mistreatment you're experiencing. Suicidal ideation. In severe cases, bullying can contribute to thoughts of self-harm or suicide. The emotional pain and isolation can make you feel trapped and hopeless, leading to a desire to escape the suffering. So it's important to remember that seeking support from trusted friends, family members, teachers, counselors, or mental health professionals can help you cope with the mental health challenges brought on by bullying. If you or someone you know is struggling with the effects of bullying, consider reaching out for help and support. Call the mental health hotline. 988 is the mental health hotline. If you don't have anybody around you that you can trust, the mental health hotline is 988. You can talk to somebody that you don't even know, but at least you're getting that out, and that helps. It's important to know that the severity and duration of these effects can vary widely among, It's important to note that the severity and duration of these effects can vary widely among individuals. Bullying prevention and intervention efforts are crucial to mitigate these harmful consequences and create a safe environment for all individuals, particularly in educational and community settings. Bullying causes stress mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now I'm gonna stop here for a moment because I'm gonna start talking about stress. But before we start talking about stress, my partner in crime ain't here, but I have his music video here. Him and his band has done one. I'm about ready for the video, Mark. He and his band has already completed one video, music video, and they were in the studio yesterday working on another one, on the second and the third one video. So I'm going to show you the first one because he was bullied a lot, and so that's why we talk about bullying. If you've heard us, you've heard us say this. We've both been bullied a lot, and so him writing music and singing is him writing and singing is part of how he relieves some of his stress. So check out this music video by G Wiz in the Solar System. Gene is G Wiz.
Had become a common thing, but I have the faith to move a mountain. As you'll see, won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Dark clouds, catastrophes, and self-doubts, but I kept my head when I couldn't see how. My strength of will make me proud. Everything falls into place. Gotta take the risk, can't play it safe. Gotta have the faith to move a mountain. Then you'll be free. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. no, just clear skies. Decided to take control of my life. Now I'm not afraid to reach for those heights. Ain't no glass ceilings inside. Take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. No, 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 no. Won't let you take it from me. 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 Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it from me. Won't let you take, won't let you take it.
I was grinning the whole time the video was playing. Listen, the reason the name of the song is "Won't Let You Take It From Me." I won't let you take my peace from me. You can't take it from me. Man, sis, I just saw that you weren't able to, you couldn't find the video. I found it. I shared it. That video just gets me so hyped because people just treat you so bad, and you have to decide whether I'm going to let you take my peace from me, whether I won't let you take it from me. So that's what that song is about, and he can elaborate on that song more when he comes back. He has talked about that video before. So that is one way that he relieves his stress. That video is just so tight to me. I just love it. I never would have thought my son would be doing a music video, but he used to write songs and poems when he was a kid growing up. So he's been doing that for so many years. So now I want to tell you from my book, Trouble on the Inside, what's going on. This is a book that my first book that I wrote, and I self-published this book. This book is talking about workplace bullying, and it has some of my stories in it. There's so many stories because most of my experiences were in the workplace, most of my bullying experiences. And you've heard me say it many times. I didn't even know as an adult that's what I was experiencing. So a lot of adults now don't even know that bullying is what they experience. Because so many say I don't bully or I've never bullied anyone. And I'm like, you need to learn what bullying is so that those words don't escape your lips no more, because that's a lie. So one of the chapters from the book is, the title of it is Choose to Transform Your Mind. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to choose to transform your mind, your thoughts, the way you're thinking when somebody is bullying you, because you feel hopeless, helpless, isolated, lonely, which is isolated. You feel all of that stuff. That's not good. It's not healthy. And so here are some tips on how to choose to transform your mind. Our minds are always constantly filled with thoughts of something. Our thoughts are not naturally thoughts of peace. Our thoughts are chaotic, full of emotions and imaginations of things that may not even happen. Because our thoughts are not naturally of peace, we search for peace. There is hope in Jesus. Jesus is true peace. Peace from our troubled minds, our troubled hearts, and the evil, troubled world. He has experienced everything that we experience, all the bullying that we experience. He's experienced it and more. There's nothing new under the sun. Seek the scriptures, the word of God, Jesus, to declutter the mess going on in your mind. So when your mind has been entangled and cluttered with a mess, how do you change that? I'm asking you that question. How do you change that? So I have listed 19 different ways that I declutter from the mess and get a peace of mind. Number one, you must choose to unclutter your mind. It's a choice you have to make. I don't want this. I don't like how I'm thinking. Make a choice. I don't want this. And then seek to find a better way to think differently. So number two, decide that the thoughts you have and have had apart from God are useless, trash, null and void, leading to death and not giving everlasting life. Number three, choose to be conformed. Choose not to be conformed to the world's way of thinking. Number four, choose to have your mind renewed. Number five, seek the Lord for his wisdom about your life. Number six, we must learn to forgive because it does not come naturally. Number seven, choose to have your mind transformed to think like God, according to Romans 12, verses 1 and 2. Number eight, choose to believe the truth, not lies. Number 9, read and study the Bible. Number 10, read an inspiring story. Number 11, listen to motivational speakers. Number 12, read motivational quotes. Number 13, meditate on scriptures. Think about them and repeat them. Number 14, read affirmations that do not put the focus on you and continue to repeat them. Number 15, pray without ceasing. Number 17, give God praise and thank him no matter what is going on or what has happened. Number 17, choose positive thoughts. Number 18, choose God's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And number 19, cast down negative thoughts and throw them in the trash. They are no good. They are not good for you. Those are 19 ways that I have given you to help you choose to transform your mind. I hope this information has helped and has been beneficial to you. I don't want to go into talking about stress. The video is nice. I love it. I absolutely love it. And the music that they have more music coming out, and that music is just as good. Because what I've found in Gene's songs is that he's writing, basically bullying is attached to him as well as it is to me. So when I'm speaking, I'm connecting whatever it is to bullying. And so he does that with his songs. So he'll, like I said, he'll have to tell you more about that when he returns. So like I said, I hope this information has helped. Keep your head up. These are tips. Keep your head up. Nothing lasts forever. It's going to pass. It's going to go away. but you got to get your mind in the right place so that it doesn't drown you, those thoughts and those things that are happening to you. So stay encouraged. I'm not going to do an hour show. I did 45 minutes. So I did more than I thought I was going to be able to do. Some of them am doing, they really helped me. Thank you. I'm glad that it really helped you. Mark said I did 50 minutes. Yay! Because when I found out Gene wasn't going to be able to do the show, I was like, ooh, yeah, trouble don't last always. It do not last always. It's going to go away. This too shall pass. Whatever it is, it shall pass. I am Stephne Hockenhall, and this is, thank you for joining me on the show, Where is the Love? I will see you next week. We will see you next week, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here, wherever you're watching from. I send you away with peace. I send you away with love. And I say, see you next time. Take care. Stay happy and joyful. Bye for now. Mark is trying to find an exit video. Well, while he's doing that, I'll probably get cut off now. But Trouble on the Inside, you can reach me. You can send me a message in Messenger to get this book. It's $15. And this book is talking about what's going on spiritually and physically inside you and what you see with your eyes. And this book will help you. And then I have a workbook also. Bullies and a heart examination is needed for all of those that say, I don't bully. I've never bullied anybody. Check out that workbook. It'll help you. It'll get you straight. Mark, I'm ready now.